Welcome everyone to the second episode of Incredicast here with Dr. Reliant D. Second time we've been doing this today. Last time we did a 50-minute recording. Did not work.
First one was so good though.
First one was good. Now it's just gonna be crap. Anyways, cautions. Jimmy Johnson and Brad Keselowski went into the wall. Day over. Brad Keselowski says, well, NBC says he blows up. And
yeah, which that's not true at all.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Martin Truex Jr. dominates that. Welcome everyone to the Incredicast with Adatar and Dr. Reliant D. Post-race Quaker State 400 at Kentucky, presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Martin Truex Jr. wins the race in dominating fashion, winning stage 1 and stage 2.
And the race. On tires that were old.
Is that cheated or what?
Yeah, probably.
Probably cheated. This is our second time recording this, and we're basically just re-saying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Our first run at this, it was so great and so perfect.
We need to come back and do this for maybe next week or something.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's just going to be as it is, I guess. Just go ahead and say Kentucky was boring.
Yeah, which if we had to choose a race to have
problems, yeah.
Podcast issues, podcast
problems.
Problems and turn problems for yeah. Well then.
Hey, we know we can do it, you know.
Yeah.
We know next time at Loudon we can have a good podcast.
In audio?
It's like we talked for 50 minutes straight for nothing.
Yeah, really. We were saying some good stuff too.
Saying some good stuff, some good points.
Yeah. Had some good facts. We made predictions about next year. Adatar was talking about Hexicans.
Talk about how they, when they did talked about Daniel Suarez, there's the 24-year-old Mexican.
Yeah, and how NASCAR, they have to have it as their main selling point. They're
yeah,
we have a Mexican.
Yeah, so. It's kind of hard to talk about now because we literally forgot everything that we said, and we've been talking for a while.
We had a plan and we stuck to it, and then we trashed the plan, so now we don't know what to do.
So Kentucky was a bust. Podcast was also a bust.
Yeah.
Also, Monster Energy.
The race was a bust. The podcast was a bust. The sponsor is a bust.
Kyle Petty in the cockpit is a bust.
Kyle Petty in the passenger seat. But yeah.
Yeah. Last week he was in the driver's seat. Now he's in the.
Just to try very hard to remember some of the things that we said. What was it? 2 hours ago? Was it?
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. Just about how Truex dominated everything, and how Joe Gibbs Racing, we don't have a clue why they aren't doing good when Truex is doing fantastic. Also with Joe Gibbs Racing, how Matt Kenseth said he's not going to be there next year. So we said that probably in the 88 or 5, correct?
Yeah. Or not at all, and it could be Dale Jr. and Matt Kenseth's final season. They started together, and they'll end together.
Yeah. True.
Which that would be kind of a cool thing to see. Not for Matt Kenseth, but...
Not for Matt Kenseth, but...
I mean, he's still capable of winning races.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You think maybe Gibbs gives him a worse car? Just so he doesn't do good?
Probably not. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. They all suck right now.
Yeah, they really do.
So you can't really blame Gibbs
Yeah.
for anything.
Which...
I think Truex has been able to adapt to the new body of the Toyota.
Yeah.
And these other Gibbs, they've been Toyota all these years and changing up the body, and they just can't
Oh, yeah.
get there.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing we didn't talk about last time. What are ways that Kentucky can get better at its racing?
Good question.
Yeah.
Less downforce on the cars.
Yeah.
Maybe cars that aren't as good to drive, to be honest. Because you have that one good car, like Martin Truex, or actually two good cars with the at the 18 and the 78. You got
Maybe.
those two cars that were just dominating.
Maybe
whole
there
race.
needs to be like a restrictor plate that like turns off and on. Like if the leader's getting way out there, you turn it on, and then he's like, I don't know what's happening.
Like how they had it in the old video games. What was it called? You had like car something.
Yeah, that's where like the leader, like who's in the lead is slower than
Yeah.
the guy in second.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing, but it would be for
Yeah. No.
your favorite driver. So.
Yeah. We're just.
Yeah.
Which it's hard to have like a 50-minute podcast that we did
In
so
10
well
minutes.
and now throw it into this little time slot. But yeah.
But yeah, we'll just go ahead and talk about Loudon.
Yeah. Loudon. Who are your picks for that race next week?
Main
Okay,
pick
week, I should say.
is going to be Matt Kenseth
Mm-hmm.
in the 20. You didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth, I think, after saying that about Gibbs, he wants to get them their last
Yeah.
their last win for him, possibly, even though he's got tons of chances to get even more than that. It could be his possible last win ever.
Yeah,
So,
it could be.
And New Hampshire's a good place for Matt Kenseth, so possibly we'll see the 20 in Victory Lane. We'll go to you, David.
Well, thank you. New Hampshire has well, it's really hard because there's certain cars that are always good at places and then have those rare times where they're not. I'm gonna go with the 2-car, Brad Keselowski, because he's been extremely consistent at the short tracks lately, even though he's had problems for like
Past ever since Charlotte.
2 months maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Brad Keselowski, with the 2 or the 22, to be honest,
Yeah.
because those cars, they turn so well. They're so good at the
Plus,
short tracks.
22 needs a win
Yeah,
to get back into his chase.
he has a win though.
Well, he has a win. They're like, no, it can't count to the chase.
It's
But-
quote unquote encumbered.
I love how at the end of the races they have to say, asterisk, Joe
And they-
Logano when at Richmond is encumbered.
Is encumbered, and they have it all the time. It's so funny. It's
I bet
well,
like when Joey rewatches those races, he's like,
dang
oh
it.
my god. I think Joey might win the championship because of that reason.
He could. He could. If you look back at the last few champions,
Yeah.
every single driver has done horribly in the chase.
It's been the laugh of, like, the first of the season, you're like, oh, Jimmy Johnson's going to win the championship. Well, that's funny. He sucks now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goes and wins the championship. So
Excuse me. Every single driver who's won the past few championships have not done well in the regular season.
yeah, Jeff Gordon winning 10 races. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did bad that season.
Yeah, he didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
You look at like the 48. He didn't really do a whole lot outside of the playoffs last year. You got Kyle Busch, who was at home during the regular season
Oh, look, the race is on TV.
with a broken leg, and then you got Harvick, who
He crashed a lot that season.
he had just car problems, but
Yeah. Well, everyone, look out for the 20 of Matt Kenseth and the 2 Brad Keselowski, and also the 22 Joey Lagan Toast. It's Brad Keselowski and Joey Lagantost.
But
maybe add Ryan Bologna in there.
Yeah, Ryan Bologna. Who sincerely apologize about this podcast being
I can't say
up to par.
I can't say this 10-minute podcast was bad. We still kind of overviewed everything that we talked about, but we couldn't go in depth like we wanted to.
Yeah.
We do
Loudon though.
Loudon.
We will make sure.
We'll see if we can get this set up back again for redemption.
Yeah.
That one will probably have to be on a Wednesday, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Yeah. Oh well. Join us at Loudon in the winter circle. Actually, we won't be there. We live far away from there, so we won't be in the winter circle.
I think it's like 18 hours from us.
Yeah. Join us in the 18-hour away winter circle that we're going to do. Also, if you can find the Kyle Petty in this thumbnail, please let us know down below, and we'll give you a shout out in the next video. Last video, nobody did that. Nobody watched.
So if you are a person who isn't here right now,
now is your chance
for a shout out on a
very big channel
with a whole 7 people.
7 times. Thank you, no one, for watching this video. Also, congratulations to Martin Truex Jr.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. See you in Loudon, New Hampshire, going for the lobster.
Where we promise to be better.
Well.
Yeah, well.
We was better. But we just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, oh well.
I'm going to have to delete that
Next
other
time,
video.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because if you watch this right now and you go on YouTube, you'll see there's 2 podcast uploads. So.
Yeah.
But
join us next week, either way, if it's good or if it's bad.
Good, if the race is boring or horrible or completely exciting, our podcast will be our first attempt. Yeah. Right?
Well, next time we're going to do a pre-recording.
Yes.
Like a 5-minute.
Yeah, and just make sure.
Yeah.
Because.
All right, guys. This for the 5,000th time.
Yeah.
Join us next week out of New Hampshire. Next week we will definitely go in more depth of the cautions. I said that last week, but
yeah,
we did.
Wow.
We seriously did. There's no way I can prove it to you, but we did.
We did. Brad wrecked, Jimmy wrecked, Casey wrecked, Kurt blew up.
Yeah.
And you guys, Henhouse, who crashed 2 times. Yeah. There you go. See?
And then the big wreck at the end with Matt Kenseth and Austin Dillon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everyone. Have a nice and blessed day or night, whatever time you're watching this. Also, don't forget to punch the dislike button.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
It's horrible, but it'll make do.
It will.
Also, if you like the thumbnail, please let us know down below. Also, comment some questions if you have any about anything NASCAR. We will not answer anything else. I don't really care what it is about NASCAR, but I don't. If you ask me a question, I don't know what other kind of question you would ask.
I don't have a clue.
Favorite color is blue, so you already know that.
Green.
All right.
The last and final time.
Last and final time. We'll see you.
We'll see you at Loudon.
In the pits. Also, we're not in the pits because, like I said, 18 hours away, guys. Unless NASCAR, if you're watching this, if you want to hit us up with some race tickets and a plane flight, you know.
Pit passes.
Pit passes and...
Hot passes would be preferable.
A date with the Monster Energy girls, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we did talk about on our first first recording that went the distance. We did talk about NASCAR's horrible consistency of showing cleavage all the time, and
Yeah.
So,
That's a
boy, Loudon, we will.
Loudon, we will come back, win the race, and we will be in the chase.
Yeah, playoffs.
Oh crap! Next week,
France is now going to have a drone strike on.
Next week there will be a new host because I will be dead. You can't call that a chase. Oh.